What do you do when you feel stuck creatively or you find yourself procrastinating on a project you care about? When that happens to me, I usually turn to books. They might not have all the answers, but I always find some type of inspiration when I pick up a book, flip to a page, and there's just a sentence, a quote, an idea that inspires me to keep going. So I wanted to share 4 books that I've been turning to lately that hopefully can help you too. The first one is Refuse to Be Done by Matt Bell. The subtitle is How to Write and Rewrite a Novel in 3 Drafts. Whether you're writing a novel or not, maybe you're writing nonfiction, stories, whatever. This is a great book. He talks all about the writing process. He shares some similarities between writers and also some of the differences. He talks about how some writers love to create a very rich outline with lots of details, and it really helps them to create a better story that way. While some writers, they would rather just kind of write and see what shows up, and then the characters develop as they go. In fact, he was talking about how there was this book that he wrote that ended up being a really wonderful book that he loved and did very well. And he did not create an outline for it. And he said it would have been a very different book had he outlined it because the characters developed in the way that they were supposed to through the writing. It's different ways of writing, but hey, as long as you finish the book, right? He really just talks about the messiness of writing, the messiness of writing a novel. It's not so prescriptive, like you feel like it's step 1, 2, 3. He really is just sharing these ideas and take what works for you and leave the rest. So I really like this writing style. And again, if you are writing anything, I think that a lot of pieces in here that you would really enjoy. Okay, number 2 is a book I turn to over and over again. It has just lovely bite-sized pieces of wisdom, and you can flip to any page and find something that you need. It's Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. I love this book. You can flip this book open at any time, whether morning, in the afternoon, evening, before you go to bed, whatever. Whenever you need a little boost, a little piece of inspiration, a little idea to help shift your perspective, especially when we feel very overwhelmed. We feel like maybe there's so much going on. This is such a wonderful way to stay grounded. I did want to share a little piece from this book because this is the page that I turned to earlier today. And like I said, it's so cool when you pick up a book and you turn to any page and you find something that you need. And what I read was interesting because I have been having lots of conversations with people over the past couple of weeks about how they're just feeling very anxious. There's a lot of uncertainty in the world. They just feel stressed about a lot of different areas of their life. And so this was kind of a perfect message for me at the time and some of the people that I've been talking to. The first step, don't be anxious. Nature controls it all. And before long, you'll be no one, nowhere, like Hadrian, like Augustus. The second step, concentrate on what you have to do. Fix your eyes on it. Remind yourself that your task is to be a good human being. Remind yourself what nature demands of people. Then do it without hesitation and speak the truth as you see it, but with kindness, with humility, without hypocrisy. Don't be anxious. Nature controls it all. And I love that he reminds us that before long, we'll be no one and nowhere. We get so stressed out about so many things in our lives, and even the smallest things we can blow out of proportion when really, in 100 years, we're not going to be here. It is not going to matter. And so it is this reminder that fix your eyes on what do you have to do? What do you want your life to look like? What are your dreams? And when we fix our mindset on that and we let go of all these other things that we cannot control and instead focus on all the things that we can control, our lives are going to be different. It's a reminder that we do have control over pieces of our lives, even when all of this other stuff is happening in the world. Okay, the next book is Devotions. It is a beautiful collection of poems by Mary Oliver. Even if you're not really into poetry, you will find inspiration in this book. There are poems that I've read in here that they just make me think differently. There are poems that they will evoke some type of emotion out of you and you don't even know where it came from. And when we are stuck creatively, sometimes we just need something beautiful to read. We just need to read poetry that matters. Read poetry that someone else created, it's almost like not only do we get reminded because of the beautiful words that are on the page, but it's also a reminder that we can create. There are poems that did not exist in the world, and then someone wrote them. Just like your creative project, it was just an idea, and now you're pursuing it, and maybe you feel a little bit stuck, but keep going because it's meant to be created. It is your idea, so it is meant to, in some way, live in this world, even if it's only in your piece of the world, even if it's only for you. And that is one of the things that I think poetry does. It's this reminder that creativity is everywhere. Creativity lives inside of you, it lives inside of nature, it lives in the way that human beings interact. It is everywhere if we are open to noticing it. I love this collection of poems. And lastly, Art and Fear by David Bales and Ted Orland. I just recently picked up this book and I don't know why I haven't read it sooner. It's one of those books that kept showing up in different recommendation lists. I've heard it a couple times, and for some reason, I never got it. But now I have it, and I'm so happy that I did. The subtitle is Observations on the Perils and Rewards of Art Making. This is just a beautiful book. If you have a desire to create something, you have to read this book. It is so good. I think so many of us hold ourselves back from creating or putting work out into the world because we are scared. We deal with perfectionism and procrastination and imposter syndrome and making sure we get it right. We don't want to look stupid. And we have all these fears around producing our work, and it really holds us back. And so this book is just beautiful because he talks so much about the creative process and what that's like and how to break through that so that you can create your art, whatever that means to you. I'll share this one piece with you. Making art now means working in the face of uncertainty. It means living with doubt and contradiction, doing something no one much cares whether you do, and for which there may be neither audience nor reward. We have to live with some doubt and uncertainty around, is this going to work? Is this going to go anywhere? What's going to happen with this project? And that's why I think it's so important to remember that the reward is the work. When we can fall in love with the creative process instead of this outcome, we're going to have more fun doing it. And even if the project doesn't go exactly as you planned, exactly as you wanted it to go, you're learning new skills, you're meeting new people, you are being exposed to new ideas and resources that can support you with whatever it is that you create next. A mentor of mine, I remember he had said to me, creativity is never wasted. The time you spend on your creative projects, even if they don't go as planned, it's never wasted. And I love that because it's not. Even if you create something just for you, you found a lot of joy in that. And you don't really know all of the things that come out of it. There's just something really beautiful around giving yourself some grace and allowing yourself to just work through the creative process. I'm not even finished reading the book, and I already love it and know that it's going to be one that I turn to regularly. So there you go. I hope at least one of these books inspires you and helps you move your creative project forward. Thank you so much for being here, and until next time, go create something.